Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto power.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rekakwadash.
That's all praise to the Heavenly Father. His true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh. His son's name, who the word in the called Jesus Christ, her name in the Hebrew is Yahushai. Also giving praise, honor, and glory to the Rekakwadash, the Holy Spirit, which is the force and entity that makes edification possible. We'll say Shalom to all you sincere-hearted Akim Wakwat, that's your brothers. Just make your bodies a living sacrifice on a daily basis in this wicked and adulterous generation. Also want to give double honors to our beloved apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us the truth and who rule well. All right, we just a few brothers here from the Great Millstone Dallas camp. All right, kingdom through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah to bring out another Thursday night live prophecy session. You know, in the Lord's will, this will be edifying unto the elect of the nation of Israel and glorifying unto the names of our power, Yahweh Shema Shah. Now, we're going to get into it, man. All right, we're in a time of great judgment. We're at the point now, man, the only thing that makes sense is judgments. You know, enough has been said, enough has been done. Okay, so we just at the point, okay, of Yahweh waiting upon Yahweh Shema Shah and his judgments. As a matter of fact, if we could open up with Isaiah 26 and 7, and we'll read down to like verse 9. And, you know, we got, you know, maybe a few articles we're going to touch into. A lot of things to speak about, man. We're just coming out of the Day of Atonement, you know, Yawam Kippur, you know, today evening, and the Wadi Yahweh Shema Shah for allowing us, you know, to take part in that again, you know, in spirit and in truth as we commemorate our Savior, our King, our big brother, Yahweh Shah, and his sacrifice. And as we seek our power and beg our power to forgive us for all of our sins, man, so we can be covered and have this hedge of protection here in these evil days, bro. Okay? No goodness, man. And in 2025, who else is really beseeching, okay, Yahweh Shai, and begging for mercy, begging for forgiveness, man? Okay, so, hey, Lord's willing, you know, the Lord finds, you know, favor upon us and gives us mercy in these evil times. So, you know, we're just going to roll in spirit, you know, as we usually do. You know, so Lord's will is edifying. So whatever you preach got.
I got one real quick.
God.
This is Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 6. Please seek Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai while he can be found. Salaki. Let me read that again. Isaiah 55 and 6. Seek the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai while you can find him. Call on him now, he is near. So, you know, these are the times, man, like the priest went into, man. You know, we're in a time of judgment. You know what I'm saying? Heavy judgment is about to be brought down upon Babylon the Great and other places in the planet. You know, we're in a time of judgment. You know, 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter goes into that. You know, the time of patience, which means punishments. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is about to drop the hammer on this place, man. You know, you got a lot of people out here playing games. You know what I'm saying? When the Lord is not a game to be played. You don't play with the Lord, man. And he's about to show these people because they've been taught Christianity and a whole BS and nonsense. You know, he's all love, a whole bunch of lies, man. The lies and deceptions. Isaiah, the 60th chapter, verse 2. This earth in darkness, these people in gross darkness, which is deep ignorance. You know what I'm saying? Which really, there's going to be an excuse because you got the men of the Lord, the prophets, beginning and starting with Apostle Tahar on down, like-minded men. You know what I'm saying? That may not go up under the MS, but teach the same doctrine away from the apostles. That's teaching this truth, this knowledge, man. So just like it says in Hosea the 4th chapter, you know, the Lord is not going to, the Lord is going to reject them, reject this knowledge, and the Lord is going to reject them, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're in a heavy judgment. So it's the time. This is the time now, while the doors of repentance are open. This grace period. You know what I'm saying? This time to get your shit together. You know what I'm saying? This man, because seek the Lord while he is near, man. The Lord is about to turn his face and his back. You know what I'm saying? What's that? Psalms the 10th chapter, I believe. Yeah, as a matter of fact, let me get that real quick. Psalms 10 and verse 1, and it reads, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Lord, why do you stand so far away? I got it in the NLT. Let me change this over real quick. I want to get it. I want to read that in KJV.
I got it for you right here. Verse 10 and 1. Why standest thou afar off, O Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai? Why hidest thou thyself in times of trouble?
Boom, in a time of trouble, man. You know, judgment is coming. Times of trouble is coming. Trouble is upon us, man. You know, I just saw a brother just put out a video. I believe it was the brother Gms Watchman, that they're paying $50,000, I believe, to snatch up Jakes, man. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, and you got coopery going on, man. You know, you're gonna have Jake's picking up, helping them to gather up Jake. You know what I'm saying? So the time of Jacob's trouble is upon us. So that time of trouble, you know, it is upon us. We're here, man. You know what I'm saying? This stuff is happening, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything, bro. All these prophecies are going down, bro. You know, Department of War going hard. You know what I'm saying? That nigga ain't playing. You know, he going in right now. So the war drums are beating. Times of prophecy, which the scriptures say that the effect of every vision is at hand. You know, that Proverbs, that proverb that's been in Israel, you know, the Lord is going to cease that shit, man. You know? You got anything?
Kinda. You got the Isaiah? Somebody?
No. What was it, Isaiah? I'll get it for you.
Isaiah, we can start at
7.
kinda, yep.
Okay. This is Isaiah 26 and verse 7. It says, the way of the just, righteousness.
Right, the way of the just is righteousness. When you go into that Hebrew word way is
Upright. Let me read that again.
okay.
The way of the just is uprightness.
Right, when you go into you know, that Hebrew word way is can we get into it? I believe it's the rach. And it should mean a manner of life, a code of conduct.
Yeah, you said the way.
Kinda. That
Way
word
is arach.
Yep, the rach.
Rach mean way, path.
Yeah, path, road, because that's exactly what this truth is. It's synonymous and it's likened to a walk. You know, it's likened to, you know, well, technically we're pilgrims. What does pilgrims mean? Pilgrim means someone in a holy place. You know? So there's a particular way on how we're supposed to conduct ourselves. There's a particular road we're supposed to travel. And this is the road that's not really traveled that much. Okay? Because ultimately it's embodied in the man Yahweh Shai. John 14 and 6. He says, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. And Yahweh Shai, he's you know, in order to follow Yahweh Shai, you're gonna, you know, follow a very straight path. Straight meaning narrow between, you know, a hard rock and a hard place. A place of difficulty, man. You know? And that's what, you know, us as believers, you know, we've been experiencing, but we're about to experience it on a whole different level, man. Life as we know it is about to change.
That's right.
You know, because as we bring up often, the only, you know, relation we have with Yahweh Shema Shai in these times is really just, okay, having a relationship with the Lord while we're on the grid. And we're about to see what it's like to have faith in the Lord when you off the grid. You ain't got lights, you ain't got no air condition, no car, you know, money, you know what I mean? Access, you know, to talk, you know, to a brother, pick up the phone. It's just gonna be you and your faith with Yahweh Shema Shai. You know, Yahweh Shema Shai is training his sons in that way right now. You got it out.
It says the path, way, passing of life, way, traveler.
Yeah, way of living. See, this truth is more than just knowing, hey, I'm Israelite, shalom. Okay, you learn how to salute a brother in the Hebrew and that's it. Okay, no, this truth is a way of life. And you have to be conformed, you know, and reshaping it. You know, so it's a way of life from the things you eat, the things you speak, the things you think about, you know, the word, you know, everything. The way you dress. Okay, it's, you know, we're supposed to have done a 180, man. Ultimately, Philippians 2 and 5. Let this mind be in you, which was in Yahweh Shai Hamayah. You see? So that's the way of life. Okay, and it's, can you read that verse one more time?
This is back, Isaiah 26 and 7. The way of the just is uprightness. Thou must upright those way in the path of the just. God, it says the way of the just is uprightness. The upright does do the way the path of the just.
Right. It says our way is the path of the just, meaning that the Lord, he's taken very, he's taken a lot of consideration, you know, as into, you know, the way his elect is moving, man. Was that Psalms 27 and I believe verse 20? It's like in Psalms 37 and 20, it says, for the steps of a good man are ordered by Yahweh Shema Shai. When you read it in the NLT, it says, for the Lord, he does every detail of the godly. You know, so every detail, you know, of our life, you know, from the job you work in, the woman you dealing with, you know, your living arrangements, everything, bro. Yahweh Shema Shai calculating and measuring all that, man. Okay? He's with great, okay, taking care and nurturing up his elect. Okay, through his truth, man. And we have to have faith in that, knowing that Yahweh Shema Shai, okay, is attending over us, attending over our lives, man. You know? You got it.
Verse 8, it says, Yea, in the way of thy judgment, O Yahweh, we waited for thee.
Right, and here's the main point right here. It says, Yea, in the way of thy judgments have we waited for thee, man, because we know that vengeance is of the Lord. And y'all just did a very beautiful lesson today, man. I believe he entitled the lesson, Vengeance is of the Lord, but fuck these people, man. Okay? Yeah, we waiting on Yahweh Bashmal Shah, to bring vengeance upon these people. And we know what the scripture say, wait ye upon me until the day I rise up for the prey. We know we're not supposed to take, actions in our own hands, and we're not. Okay? Lord willing, he keep his spirit upon us, and we're not that, man. But at the same time, fuck these people, bro. From the bottom of our heart.
Right.
Okay, because we're not gonna give, two flying F's. Okay, seeing nigga women's weave gets knocked off, man. Okay, these coon ass niggas, man, just get mown over, bro. You see, the brother showed a video before we started the lesson. I get you credit. But the brother right here, man, showed us a video before we started the lesson, and it was basically like this Eve reporting, the newscaster was reporting, Eve, basically, Eve was giving her testimony of what happened, and had ICE agents just break up in the crib, bro, like 12 o'clock in the morning. And the ICE agent said, man, fuck them kids, man. It was, gruesome, bro. You see, just snapping everybody. Esau ain't asking you no fucking questions. You ain't got no rights, man. See, you about to realize where they at, man. This is not the land of your rest. Okay, we came over here, on cargo slave ships, not on a goddamn Carnival cruise, man. Right. So Yahweh Shema Shah is about to, he's about to bring these judgments. God, you got it.
2 Ezra chapter 8 and verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they walked in great pride.
Yeah. Go ahead. No, you got it. God, can you read it again?
Come. 2 Ezra 8 and 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world.
Right, it says many. Okay, few. Okay, but many, meaning what? I believe the next chapter speaks about how they're going to abide in torments, man. When you abide somewhere, that like we in this home right now. Okay, we abide in this home, meaning like we inhabit. That's how these people, the Lord's about to allow these calamities and great miseries just engulf these people, man.
Right.
They're not going to be able to catch a breath. You see?
Right.
And the prophet's been warning you of these things, man. Starting with our beloved apostles and their teachers for decades. Over 50 years, man. You see? So at the time now to where it ain't no more talking, bro. The Lord's about this, the phase of this ministry is about to change. Okay, Esau ain't about to allow the prophets to continue to, basically expose him, man. You see? Because the job has already been done. It's already, So it's time for many great miseries, man.
Man.
You got it.
And that's why the Lord said in 2 Ezra chapter 15, I will hold my tongue no more concerning their wickedness, man. See now, like what is in the Psalm, is now time for thee, Lord, to work.
Yeah.
The Lord is getting to get busy, and that's going to be part of those great miseries that shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride, man. Now I'm going to jump chapter 16, 2 Ezra 16 and verse 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings. The beginning of famine and great death.
And that's where we at right now. This is just the beginning, bro.
Right.
If they done these things in the green tree, how much my tree? Okay? These tariffs, okay, ICE agents, snatching up, starting with the northern tribes. Now they, making their way down upon the southern kingdom, and people flipping shit already. But hold up, man, you still able to go to the gas station, pay $2.99 and, go to work, go here, go there. People think that, this is hard times. Bro, this is
Right.
This ain't nothing yet, bro.
Yep.
This is just the beginning. Okay, a time of trouble such as never was since then. That's what's coming very soon, man.
Right. And you can see it with the prices going up and everything now. I was looking it up, man, like the buying power, like 15, back in the day, if you made an hour, you was balling. You know what I'm saying? That's I looked it up, man. It said they had the same $15 an hour had the buying power in the 90s, had the buying powers of $37 in these times, man.
Right.
You see? Showing you how much, hey, bro, and they let you know, man, like people that making in $100,000 are living paycheck to paycheck, man.
Wow.
That's no longer a comfortable living expense anymore, man. Now you gotta make over that 200,000 to even trying to be comfortable, man. You see, it tells you that shit. So that shows you the state of America and the state of this place. And like the brother was saying, it's all Jake don't understand because they can just walk in a nigga hole the door. Everybody's, oh hey, how you doing? Niggas in the gym machine, bro.
Right.
Yeah, no, you know, hey, that shit's about to go out the fucking window, man. Cause one of them niggas ain't gonna have no sandwich and you are. You see, a lot of people about to go hungry, and that's gonna change the hey man, when people get hungry, it changes like that Snicker commercial.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Self. You see, people gonna revert back into that animalistic mindset, man.
Mm-hmm.
You see, mentality, dog eat dog. You know?
Yeah, that Snicker commercial actually was heavy because they would turn into monsters. They were like, eat a Snicker and calm down.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, like it says in our 2 Nature 16, you know, all that's gonna actually be the beginning of sorrow. We're gonna have famine, pestilence, all these things that's gonna come upon the earth, especially here in Babylon. You're gonna have Jake. Jake look at they don't see further. They're blocked from their job. If they're going through a situation, they don't pay attention to anybody else that's going through it. But like I said, it's like that gross darkness, as it says in Isaiah 60. That ignorance, they don't see that, but it's covering, especially here in Babylon, it's covering all of Babylon, covering the whole earth. They're not gonna see it. That's why the Lord said it's gonna be like a thief night to them. They're not gonna see it until it's right in their face. All right, till they lost their job. All right, their kids are starving. Then you're gonna see and look outside and see everybody going crazy, like these damn zombie movies. You might have a lot of these zombie movies start off being sun out, next thing you know, you see somebody running down the street acting crazy. You know, it's just an all-out massacre over here around the corner, and that's how it's gonna end up like that.
What's that one movie? Was it Songbird?
We have to close your eyes.
Yeah, but like at the beginning of it, it's kind of
Bird
oh, Bird Box.
Bird Box.
Yeah. So like Bird Box. You know, what I mean? When you said that, made me think about that movie because that's how it was at the beginning. Everything was peachy and creamy. It was a sunny day, and then next thing you know, somebody had a car wreck. Then another person had a car wreck. And it was just it was a culmination of things. It just got to a point where just shit hit the fan. You know,
World War Z was like that. I just watched today. Everybody just walking around. They was driving, family talking, laughing. What you want for ice cream? You know, and next thing you know, big ass truck drive through, going crazy. Next thing you know, it was all out chaos. See, Esau put these things because he said these things on the left hand side because this is his left hand prophecy. He's trying to tell you that what's to come.
Yo. I had a quick one.
Oh, go ahead, bro.
God, this for you. Since you said that, this is the book of Amos, chapter 6 and verse 3 in the NLT. You push away every thought of coming disaster, but your actions only bring the day of judgment closer.
Bro, and that's why, like you said, wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of our time, strength of our salvation. Pay attention to these things as we watchmen. But that's why when you see Jake walk past, when they walk past us, they just blow things off. They are, y'all been saying that for years that all these things were gonna happen. We ain't seen it yet, because it ain't happened to you yet, but it's happening to everybody else around you. You don't pay attention, you throw things off, all right? And that's why you're gonna see actually, Jacob's gonna go through a series of things, and what the Lord called it in Jeremiah 30:7, Jacob's trouble. It's gonna be a time like no other that you're gonna be in that. All right, that's why you need the covering of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Can you do that one more time?
Amos 6 and 3 in the NLT says, you push away every thought of coming disaster.
We just, the priest, Pathak just quoted quoted Hosea 4:6. They reject knowledge, so the Lord is going to reject you in these times to come. All right, you push away everything because you want to hear smooth things, but it's going to get to a point where it won't be no more smooth things to talk about.
Right.
Everything is going to be all bad. Unless you in the house of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Everything is going to turn to turmoil. Everything is going to turn into dust. All right? The mirth in this place is gone. What did it say? The songs of the Tyrese and all these things is out of there. Music sucks now. You're not going to look. When people go through things like you said, they lose it. When you lose everything, now you're going to start seeing people start losing. And what did Esau do? Say everybody can get pistols and guns. And now you're going to take your jobs away. Esau going to take your kids' food out their mouths. He's going to take the food out your mouths. All right, he's going to take your homes away. You're losing it at that time. And what's going to happen? You're going to lose it. That's why Matthew 24, you say you're gonna wax cold. All right, you're not paying attention to what. All right, Jake don't even pay attention to the news that's going on. All the stuff that's happening in the news. Yeah, you hear Jake say, "Man, all you hear is bad. I should cut it off."
Right.
Nigga, that's what you're supposed to be paying attention. But go ahead.
Nah, I'm gonna back your point up, bro. It's gonna get to a point to where you ain't gonna be able to, what the Lord is bringing, you ain't gonna be able to cut it off.
Right.
Cut that fucking TV off, man. You ain't gonna be able to go, I don't want to walk away. You ain't gonna be able to walk away from what the Lord is gonna bring. Cause like the Lord said, like in Amos, and like if a man did flee from a lion and a bare metal, it lets you know everywhere your ass go, it's gonna be judgment. You see, in chaos. All that's about to happen, man. You see, but that goes back into our people don't know what a prophet is, man. Our people have been so disconnected from our heritage that they don't truly understand what a prophet of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is.
Yeah, they look at.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say they look to these. They look at that one nigga preacher woman, William Biden as a prophet.
Yeah, prophet.
Right.
Yeah, prophetess. That when you talk to Jacob about a prophet, that's the first thing they think about. Some bald headed greasy ass nigga with that white collar, that priest white collar whatnot, and a prophet. But you tell them, no, these men on the street corners, right? These are prophets. They're like, what?
Right. So disconnected from our heritage, man. Because when scriptures, all the prophets were always on the streets, man. They was in the gates. You see, and it's not gonna change, man. That's gonna always be the lot of the prophet, man. To go and proclaim this message in the open, man. And in the gates, that's where the commerce. You know what I'm saying? That's where judgment took place. You see, and the prophets would go there to cause corruption. You see? Go ahead,
Jeremiah 17:19.
That's it. Yep.
Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua to me, go and stand at the gate of the children of the people, whereby the kings of Judah come in, and by the which they go out, and in all the gates of Jerusalem.
And all the gates, man. You see? Go ahead, bro.
It says, and say unto them, hear ye the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, ye kings of Judah, and all Judah and all the inhabitants of Jerusalem that enter in by these gates.
Right. You see? So the gates, Proverbs chapter 1 tells you that. That's what wisdom crieth out, man. That's where you hear the word of the Lord, man.
Right.
You see, it's from the gates. It's not in no church house, man.
Right.
You see, it's not in a building. You see, the true word is gonna be found in the streets, man, where the people are.
Right.
You see, what a message is supposed to be. It ain't behind a pulpit in the air conditioned ass building, man.
Right.
You see, or heat when it's cold outside. No, the prophets are gonna be out there preaching His word, man.
That's right.
You see.
Isaiah 13:1, the burden of Babylon, which is the son of Amos did see. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles.
Right, into the gates of the nobles, man. You see, I had did a lesson today, man, going into like what the prophets, the prophets of the Bible be doing in these times and what they be preaching on the street corners. ChatGPT went in and said absolutely. You see, and it said the prophets will be using every you know what I'm saying, in this age that was available to push the word. What's the main tool? This internet, man.
Yep.
These social media, YouTube, man. You see, and it said that they will be calling out government corruption. They will be calling out, you see, corruption amongst other Israel leaders of Israel. You see, that's why Great Millstone is hated so much, man. You see, because we're coming into the loss of the prophet. The prophets are Lot. When the angels came into Sodom, when the angels were Sodom and Gomorrah, they told Abraham, we going to see what's going on in Sodom. Sodom, roughly paraphrasing, because we heard the cries great. Now, what were they? Who was crying? Was the city was actually city crying? Was the actual city and building? No, it was Lot. Because soon as the angels came into the city, well, who did they find? They found in the gate, man. You see, and what was Lot doing? Lot was prophesying, man. Lot was pointing the finger, man. Like it tells you that it was that impeded. Lot was vexed with the filthy conduct of the wicked, man.
Yep.
You see, so Lot was telling me, y'all niggas going off, man. Lot was going, bro. That's always been a lot of the man of the Lord, man. You see, they will always be accustomed to go out there and preach the word. The Lord, hey, what was that? The Lord told Ezekiel. The Lord told all of us, man. Yeah. You ain't know John the Baptist. He wanted the timber. John the Baptist was in the wilderness, but he was in the streets, dog. You know.
I got a precept for you. Because you mentioned Lot, because Lot, like you said, he got chosen out of the whole city. But he was doing something. He was preaching out there. Right. This is Ezekiel 9 and verse 4. It says, and the Lord said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the forehead that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Right. And the angels are doing that now, man. You see, the angels are going out throughout the four corners of the earth and marking the elect, man. You see, they're sealed with the mark as well. You see, as we read in Revelation chapter 13, he's going to issue out a mark on his subjects, and the Lord is doing the same thing in the spirit.
Right.
You see, this is a spiritual mark that the brother is reading, man. And we know that spiritual mark in the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going to be written in the foreheads of the servants, man. You see? Keep going, bro.
God. Back in Ezekiel 9 and 5, it says, and to the others he said in my hearing, go to them after him through the city and smite.
And that's what we're about to see, man. Many great miseries, like the brother was going into. Bad times are getting ready to take place. We're about to see this prophecy being fulfilled, man. You see, what the Lord is going to get busy with so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You see, he's already like we read, man. This is only the beginning, man. The Lord is just, man. He ain't even, the Lord ain't even turned up yet, man.
These people don't even know what it's like to fast for 24 hours. See, hey, the Spirit of the Lord had, His people, to fast, yesterday, starting Tuesday evening till Wednesday evening, but very soon you ain't gonna have the option to fast.
Right.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go on the fast tomorrow, man. Okay, the Lord's about to put everybody for his fast, man.
Yeah.
So these people, they're ripe for the taking. They can't go a day without having a cup of coffee. They can't go a day without having they bacon and this and that. Yep.
It's so routine, bro.
Yeah.
Your body gets so used to eating.
Right.
And when you stop eating and you fasting, it's like your body don't know what to do because you're so used to eating. Like, what I'm gonna do now? You're so used to eating and drinking. You know what I'm saying? And when you stop, it's like your body is like, I don't know, you like damn, fuck, like you kind of like, what the fuck I'm supposed to do?
Right.
Type shit. So your body's so used to a pattern, bro. And when it just abruptly stop, these people, that's what's gonna bug their ass to do that. They're gonna go crazy, bro.
But that's why scriptures say to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because when you go into that word carnal in the Greek, there, sarx, which one of the definition means the animal nature within men. See, because animals they react off of instinct, and impulse,
Right.
just habit. You see, they don't have the wherewithal, discretion, and the prudence to know when to cut back on certain particular things. Like a dog, if you put a whole slop of meat in front of a dog, he's gonna eat all of it. He's not gonna have the discretion like, okay, let me cut back. I'm getting a little full. See, that's how these people are, man. So this is why the Spirit is guiding His elect, nurturing His men. Okay, nurturing the remnant, man, to learn how to be temperate, be controlled. You see, and fasting, that's a part of our culture, very important thing.
Right.
It teaches you more than just withstanding food. Ultimately, it teaches you how to rely upon the Lord, and it humbles you, man. It humbles you. That's the whole point of it. If you was in yesterday, if you partook of the fast today and you had that mindset like, man, I can't wait until I get something to eat, man. I'm hungry. You the wrong spirit, man. That shit, no.
Right.
What did Yahweh say in Matthew the 4th chapter? Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of the Most High, man. See, that's the mindset to cultivate, bro, because very soon, that's all we're going to have.
Right.
We're not going to know when our next meal is going to be.
Right.
We're not.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we're going to have to totally rely upon, having faith upon the Lord. Okay, he said don't eat.
Right. Man should not live off bread alone.
Right.
You gotta, hey, Yahushua, he preached, man, Yahushua, hey, when he was fasting in the wilderness, bro, you know what I'm saying? And Satan tempted him, man, you know what I'm saying? It got to a point to where now, like, after a while, after those 40 days, he started to hunger. You know what I'm saying? That's when he got hungry. When that shit kick in, bro, like that's when Esau's sign say when you start to actually starve.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They got to the point to where they're starting to starve. You know what I'm saying? And that's when Satan want to get you, bro. When you at that point that we about to, your weakest moment, bro. And how did Yahweh combat that? He combated it with the word, man. You know what I'm saying? He combated it with the word, man. Say, man shall not live off reason. And Satan was trying to force him to, you know what I'm saying, to pull the cord, the Most High's, and you know what I'm saying, to force the Most High's hand into doing something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jump off the, you know what I'm saying? The angels are gonna catch you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He was
But he was misquoting them.
Yep.
You know, if somebody who don't know the scriptures don't know the scriptures, you know what I'm saying? If Yahweh didn't know the scriptures, he would have Satan would have been able to get him, bro.
Yep.
If you read that, Satan he didn't read it. he didn't read it with in his text, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why Yahweh he came back and told us that, man. What he did.
Yeah.
I got one for you.
Go ahead, bro.
This is what Yahweh did, and this is what we gotta have. Psalms 119 and verse 9, it says, so like Psalms 119 and where's that one that says, thy word have I hid in my heart? Yeah, that's it. The water. Psalms 119 and 11, thy word have I hid in my heart, that I not sin against thee. See? You know, so it's imperative. You gotta know what the scriptures are saying. You gotta know these scriptures, man. And more so, you gotta apply them.
Right.
You know, just like Yahweh did. Okay, brother just gave the example, or he went to the account. You know, Matthew 4, Luke 4, you know, the spiritual demon Satan actually physically encountering Yahweh and tempting him.
Right.
And using scripture, but hey, Yahweh was girded up, man. And he was in the spirit. So that's how we gotta be, man.
Right. You think Esau not gonna put you? He try to put you into somewhere and starve you out. Yeah, you gonna take it now? You wanna take it now? We got some food for you, and they're gonna try you, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you gotta understand. Hey, you gotta revert back to the you know what I'm saying? The bread, the true bread, man.
Right.
You see, which is His word, man. All right, you gotta revert back to that, man. But like, I wanna put. Can I pull this real quick, bro? You wanna make
Yeah, I was gonna say, because you just mentioned that about how Esau tried you. Well, that's that hour of temptation.
Yeah.
Right.
When you read in Revelation, the 3rd chapter, man, in verse 10, I believe.
Yep.
Revelation 3 and 10.
Yep.
When you read that in a version, is it the NLT, where it actually says in the time of testing? It actually says that. So that, like the Khan just mentioned, man, you know, the priest just said it. This devil is gonna test you, man. You know what I'm saying? And you ready now? That's exactly what he gonna do. You know what I'm saying? To the point of weakness, and you like, yes, I'm ready. I'll take it. Let me eat. You know what I'm saying? That's the majority of our people, man. Because why? The priest Osman Watt already brought it out earlier. The nature, man, animalistic nature that's going to take over. That's why the scriptures refer to them as brutes.
Yeah.
You know, and what about them? Made to be taken and destroyed, man. So a lot of destruction is going to come just by that alone, man. You know, the majority will lose because they're not going to be able to resist. You know, because they never fasted. They you know what I'm saying? That's all they do all day is feed their face, man.
Never refrain.
Never, there it is.
Never refrain from
Never
the flesh.
refrain. There
Right.
it is. Yep. And the scriptures tell you to mortify your members, control your flesh, man.
Right.
You know, that's all it is, just your flesh, man. And this body, this flesh, we're born into a wicked, defiled, wicked flesh. This flesh is in itself. What's that?
Chains.
Yeah, chains, darkness, bro. This is captivity. We need to be released from these bodies, man, because subject to sin. That's why Paul went into it, how the war, the spirit and the flesh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, the majority of our people are going to give in to the flesh.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I think the brother mentioned too. The carnal is death, and the spirit is life, man. You know, which the men of the Lord begins to all the apostles all on down, like-minded men. The few sisters that listen, all the believers, you know, that watch and listen. And man, hey, that's the spirit, bro. We moving according to the spirit, you know, and to the best of our abilities. Now we mess up too, you know what I'm saying? We're not perfect, but you know, of course, we're in this flesh, but it's a battle. It's that fight, that struggle. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, you know, they have that upper hand, man, because when you're living, thus saith the Lord, according to the things the Lord has you doing. Well, that's that because we say right now we're in a boot camp, you know, so we're spiritual boot camp. So we're rehearsing Judges 5:11. We're rehearsing the righteous acts. So we're doing this thing like the priest mentioned. We just came off of a 24-hour fast of the Day of Atonement. We do this every year. We've been doing this every year since we came into this. So, and that's a mandatory fast. Now, you know, we should be fasting anyway, whether you're intermittent, fasting, how you do it, man. You should be taking the time to refrain from this crap, man, because it's all anyway. You know, we putting poisons in our body all day. You know what I'm saying? And that's why when God, the priest Benaiah mentioned, the body don't know what to do. You know, and I don't want to call any names, but you know, our person couldn't even sleep. You know, that they used to eat like that. The body didn't know what to do and couldn't sleep, bro. It's like, I'm like, bro, just go to sleep. Just sleep. It shouldn't be that hard. You know what I'm saying? But couldn't sleep because, you know, that's what the body is used to. What it's used to. You know. Yeah, but it is what it is. But yeah, we gotta, you know, these things are, you know, brothers are making some beautiful points, and yeah, man, the thus saith the Lord is the way to go, man. You can't lose, bro. You know, you got it out.
And then you got eyes you be on you, the Day of Atonement, you can eat. Okay, well, drinking wine, this is a part of the ceremony. Where is that in the scriptures, man?
Bro, hey.
You know what I mean? Going to show you these are some carnal minded niggas, man.
Right into the scriptures.
Yeah, they're feeding their own belly. Their God is their belly, man.
Right. I got something. Sirach 37 in verse, start at 27 and jump down to 31. It's in the GNT. Sirach 37 and 27, it says, my child, as you go through life, keep your appetite under control. Eat anything that you know is bad for you. But I'm going to jump down. It says, matter of fact, I'm reading a little bit, bro. I'm going to keep reading. It says, verse 28, it says, all food doesn't agree with everyone, and everyone doesn't like the same kind of foods. Don't feel that you just have all sorts of fancy food,
Right.
and don't be a glutton over any food. If you eat too much, you'll get sick.
And if I can add, that's what Babylon taught us.
Right.
We grew up not having any type of restraints.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whatever tastes good. You know, you younger. You know good and damn well your mom just get one hot pocket. Your ass ain't got three.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, but that's what Babylon taught us, is excess. That's fat as hell, man.
Right.
Because nobody has restraints here, man. You see, but that was ultimately fattening. When you read that in James 5 in the NLT, it says, for the Lord has fattened you for the day of slaughter. Okay, you people are fat and ready for the slaughter, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You see? Spiritually and physically, man.
Right.
You know, it's a sin to be morbidly obese, man. That's gluttony. The
Right.
Lord hates that. Ain't gonna be no fat people in the kingdom of heaven, bro.
Mm-mm.
Everybody gonna be in shape, man. You know, and that's why starting with our apostles, man, they push, you know, health. Health has a lot to do with this ministry, because you're the temple of the Lord, and you know exactly how you feel in your body. That's going to reflect in your walk, man.
Right.
If you just eating goddamn Twizzlers and you know, Starbucks and you know all that shit all day, Popeyes, you know, it's gonna reflect in your spiritual walk, man. You're gonna have that brain fog. Okay, you're gonna be sluggish. You're gonna feel sleepy. You ain't got, you know, you don't have any type of drive or enthusiasm to, you know, to work in. You know, then you out of shape.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's practical wisdom, man. You know, when you hear that word wisdom, Jake just thinking you just, you know what I mean? Your eyes glowing. No, wisdom is practical, bro.
Yeah.
You know, as subtle as just restraining from eating, man. Okay, let me chill. Let me go get my ass in the gym, man. You know, even if it's for 30 minutes, let me do something.
If I can say it's all that's set up, because one thing about it, food, women, and wealth, those are the three things that people, like I said, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Those are the three things that make you weak to the flesh. And what we did with like the food, like you say, the F to the D to the A, the food, then you have the drugs, then you have the administration. They put all that together. When you look at back in the day, you would have certain food. You had 2 or 3 ingredients. Look on it from the 80s, 60 to the 80s to now to 90s and 2000s. You have some foods that had 3 or 4 ingredients. Now they got like 13, 14 ingredients. Why is that? Because he's incorporating things to make you what? To make you more addicted to this type of food. Now, why is he doing this? Because he wants to set it up for when you are so addicted. It's like a drug addict. When you take the drugs away, so when you take the food away, they're so addicted, they will like, I'll do anything. All right? He made you have money at one point where, like you said, now when you go get, like a house $80,000 now, and back in the day you can afford it. An $80,000 house in the 80s compared to is $500,000-$600,000. That's something that you want. That flesh wants. So Esau's have incorporating these things just for when he get ready to take it away. You're gonna be like a drug addict. I need this. I want this. The flesh is gonna be one.
Man,
you know.
that's why when you ride, bro, I know, bro. While I work at it's a fucking McDonald's right where I get off the freeway at. Every fucking morning, that goddamn line is wrapped around the fucking corner, bro.
Wow.
And you wonder why, like, man, this motherfucker always packed.
Mm-hmm.
That's because those chemicals in that food, man.
You know?
That shit is fucking pumped with estrogen, all kind of shit that's totally throwing your body off balance, man.
Right.
You take a shower, there's goddamn birth control and estrogen It's pumping it in. Your skin is the biggest organ on your body. So it's just absorbing in. You drinking out a fucking bottle, a plastic bottle. That shit got fucking. You just getting pumped. That's why shit. You gotta fucking take testosterone in this goddamn society, bro. Cause this nigga putting out after whatever that shit called in the water. It's making atrazine. It's making the goddamn changing the sexes of frogs. So we just being pumped full of all kind of shit, man.
Bro, Esau's a freaking FAGGOT, man. Cause like this, like you got it, like, and we recommend brothers, man. Hey, yeah, like the brother said, hey, take particular herbs that promotes and boosts, natural tone. Working out. That's the best way to sustain, your natural testosterone and raise those levels up. But on top of that, add particular herbs, man, because there's a war on testosterone, bro. Esau, he's a fact, man. There's a war on testosterone, because testosterone, when you think about it, that's the energy and the vibration that the heavens roll in. Okay, Yahweh Shah, the angels, bro, that's testosterone, man. So you don't like that shit, man.
Yeah.
You see, because imagine you got a bunch of young jakes just full of testosterone. That's a threat to Esau's kingdom. He wants to keep them docile.
Right.
He gives you all these foods that keep you docile. He gives you porn, Jake, you know what I mean? Just no restraints, just tired.
Just overindulging.
Then you
fucking thing.
Yeah, then you got Christianity. You gotta love every goddamn body. So it's like, god damn. So this is very oppressive to a man, bro.
Yeah.
Then your woman over you. You on child support. Like, fuck. So we need Yahweh Shah, bro.
Right. This is Psalms 106:4. It said, "Remember me, O Lord, with the favor that thou unto thy people. O visit me with thy salvation." And I brought that out because we're waiting for the Lord to deliver us. Because these things that we're speaking about, the brothers are bringing out. Bro, this is a time where we're seeing that, like you said, testosterone. That's when men, when they had you had abundance of men with testosterone, you know what I'm saying, I would live on my feet and die on my knees. Now they're saying that I'll be on my knees as long as you give me something. All right, so they don't look towards the Lord to be like they're going to deliver them. They look towards Esau to deliver them. Because what Esau, and they can see Esau giving them what they need, so-called need to live. All right? But like I said, we ask the Lord to remember us in these times. So the Lord is going to provide for his men. I want to do you like during the time, what was that in second Maccabees 6 with Eleazar? Eleazar, he was just one of them to just pretend, play like you eating some pork. It'll be it'll be righteous food, but play like you eating it. Why did he do that? Because he wanted to believe that. All right, that's what Esau want to see. Esau wants you to believe in something that's really not real. All this confusion in this world, all the like I said, the estrogen in the men, he popping, and the women, they're body discombobulated. Why is that? Because he's confusing everybody with all the food and all these drugs.
Yeah, you got they flat chested as hell, but men, they got man boobs.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
And the females got beards.
Man.
And mustaches, man.
And bigger hands than a nigga. Big ass feet. So yeah, bro. This is worst case scenario. Yeah. This dude's really changing your molecular structure. So that's why Yahweh Bashmal Shah said in Zechariah 1:15, he says, "For I'm very sore." NLT says, "For I'm very displeased with the heathens, for you have taken it far beyond what I intended."
What did you quote?
Zechariah
1:15. Yeah, I'm so pleased with the heathen.
Yeah, he says, "For you've taken far beyond my intentions." Like, come on, bro. Like, ain't no other heathen captivity down there like Elam. Elam, when you read that account in the book of Esther, okay, the king at the time, he promoted, okay, for all women everywhere to respect their men.
Right.
See? But it wasn't until we got underneath the watch and in captivity under you goddamn devils, so-called white people, you Edomites, to where you just broke up the family structure. You ushered in this flood of G to the A to the Y shit, man. Women being elevated above men.
That's right.
And a lot of that too, just like with that new speak, you know what I'm saying? Cause the G to the A to the Y used to mean happy.
Right.
Man. It used to mean happy. Now it means a dude that's, going the other way now. You know what I'm saying? Falling under that new speak. You know what I'm saying? So this nigga set up an elaborate system to jack up, man. You know what I'm saying? To the point that as far as because the devil knows, man, he knows. And his mission is to get rid of Esau at the end Israel at the end of the day, man. His mission is to get rid of them, man. They're trying that council back to they're still up to that to this very day, man. You know, that's why they're all the stuff that they're doing with like NASA, you know what I'm saying, searching out the heavens, trying to blot out the sun,
right.
shoots and missiles at the moon. Because the scriptures tell you in Jeremiah 31, you know, he said it, if you can destroy get rid of the ordinances, you know, that he'll get rid of his people forever. They're still trying to get rid of you niggas, man. You niggas and spiggers. They want y'all gone because they're trying to hold on to a blessing that don't belong to them, man. If he can fact F8 to the G, Salaki, out the men, you know, which he like the kind you're going into, man. You know, we put it in the water, the foods we eat, everything, man. You know, so if he can do that, if he can accomplish that, well, feminine man ain't gonna enter into the kingdom, man. You know, the Lord is you're gonna be.
I got it for you right here. 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 9, and it says, "Know not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High."
So if you're unrighteous, you're not going to inherit the kingdom of the Most High. The Lord is coming, like the brother began with the judgments, you know. Hey, a lot of deletions are coming to the planet Earth, man. Isaiah 24:1. The Lord is about to empty the earth, man. You know? Go ahead, out.
God. It says, "Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate."
Nor effeminate. There it is, bro. These soft-natured men, and time the brother starts talking about that, these big-ass, cop diesel, strong-ass niggas that be tearing up like, you play for the Cowboys? Terrell Owens, or whatever, Terrell Owens, crying like a big-ass baby. Terry Crews, big-ass, these big-ass niggas crying like little babies, man.
Yeah,
yeah, come on, bro. Yeah, him too. Alizar, you know. Peggy, yeah, Pegasus, Peggy, you know, these crying 6 foot, you know, tall ass big dudes, man, just crying their asses off, bro, because they're feminized, man, because they consuming all this crap with all you know, with this crap in it, man, you know, and you can clearly see movies, you know, Beauty and the Beast, and just crying their ass off, man. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck, bro? Is this a movie? You ain't gotta get all emotional. Now, no, don't get it twisted, bro. I know some movies might make you feel something. You know what I'm saying? Actor is good enough, you know, you might feel a little something. You know what I'm saying?
Bathroom cry.
Right, exactly. That shit, bro. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Keep your integrity. Yeah, don't sit there and just boo-hoo in front of your woman like that.
Yeah,
man.
She's looking at you.
She's looking at your ass. She ain't shed a tear. Your ass crying like a bug. It was a movie that actually happened. I think it was Martin. Episode of Martin when Gina called him out and he was crying, you know, and he didn't want Tommy to know that stuff. But yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, he didn't want that bought out. But hey, it's happening, bro. These things are happening, and then you see it all on the TV, the comedy shows, and you see this. It's everywhere, bro, because it's a reality, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got big ass men and the women looking at them crazy as hell. They ain't shed a tear, bro.
Right.
But that's what Esau is doing. He's effeminizing the nation of Israel for what, you know, because he don't, you know. We just read it. Can you read it again?
Yeah.
Like if I can say, because you talking about these big niggas that's I just see Cruz, he was on Friday, and then all these, they just made him a damn buffoon, a big ass buffoon. Mm-hmm. You know what a buffoon is, a damn clown. Mm-hmm. And they did that. Now it's this big nigga, he's a bodybuilder, big Rube or something like that. He'll take a bite of some food and he just get up and dance.
Man, I know.
I'm so tired. Somebody needs to. He needs to be taken. He needs to be taken down. Mm-hmm. Somebody needs to get. The Lord needs to get rid of him. Oh my God. Gorilla. Yeah, looking like Johnny Bravo.
Right.
Yeah, bro. I was like, come on, that's buffoonery. And Esau take that. He take that and he laugh at you. Like Dave Chappelle said one time, it's to a point where they be laughing with you, and then when you look at it, they're laughing at you. Mm-hmm. And that's what Esau always try to do. He'll well, you call him like a mighty man, like these big guys, football players, and things like that, and they feminize them before you can laugh at them and look at them like this is soft. They want to bring him down because that's like a modern buck breaking.
Hey, Dwayne Wade and his son.
Yeah.
Oh, Will Smith and his son.
Michael, what was that? Magic Johnson, his son.
Yeah.
This shit is ridiculous.
Man.
They hate to see an Israelite man in his right mind, okay, with manly fortitude,
Right.
you know. And according to our law, according to the laws of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, what is that? Deuteronomy 23 and the NLT. Well, get in KJV too. I can get it real quick.
Yeah.
Deuteronomy 23. I still got that first Corinthians for you.
Mm-hmm.
Deuteronomy 23 and verse 1. It says, "He that is wounded in his," talking about your nutsack, or had his privy member cut off. Okay, these transformers. Shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. See, so the Lord, to serve our power, you gotta have nuts, man.
Yeah.
Okay, you and what generates in your nuts? Okay, testosterone, manliness, man. Okay, what did the Lord say? Was it Isaiah 46? Remember this and show yourselves men. You know, so requisite in order to serve the Lord. Like our apostles say all the time. Okay, before you could be a man of the Lord, you first gotta be a man.
Right.
You know? So I'll go back to that 1 Corinthians 6 for you. In verse 9, it says, "Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God? Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind, nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, revilers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua."
Those were unrighteous acts, man. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to inherit the kingdom of the Most High. And this devil knows these things, Salakia. And that's why he's making the attempts that he's making by way of putting things in the water and the food and all these, shooting at the heavens and, and all these crazy ass things that this nigga's trying, which people will look at it like, why he shot a missile at the moon? And not know what the hell is up with that. You know what I'm saying? The whole NASA, it ain't to create, it's creating jobs and this and that for people, but it's bigger than that, man. This devil knows exactly what he's doing, man. You know what I'm saying? You have something?
No, that was it.
I got that word, effeminate.
Okay.
This is a word with effeminate for that 1 Corinthians 6. It says Strong's G3120 Malakas. It says soft, soft to the touch.
Man.
Moist boys.
Yeah, moist.
Yeah, and these terms, moist boys, man.
Right.
And a lot of, all these niggas are soft, bro. The only real men, are the men of the Lord.
That's it.
Everyone else, they're just males.
Right.
Or females. You know what I mean? We don't. The only real women, are the women that have men of the Lord, and they're in order. Those are women, because that word "woman" means a female servant. So everybody else, that's a so-called woman, they're really female. So, I'm gonna quote the apostles again. In order to be a man of the Most High, you first gotta be a man. You can't be soft. The Lord ain't dealing with that soft shit. Because we coming into some hard times, bro. And if you saw something that's soft, it means it's what? It's pliable. It's easy to be. It's easy to bend. Our nickname as a nation of Israel is what? Yahshua or Jeshurun, which means upright ones. In order for something to be upright or erect, it to be strong. Like your back, your vertebrae, you gotta have a spine, man. The Lord ain't dealing with no soft, pillar. Yeah. That soft shit. What happens when you have a society full of soft ass men? Hey, what's that one phrase? Good times create
soft men.
Soft men. Yeah,
can y'all say that? Yeah, I can't remember.
Strong men create good times. Good times create soft men. Soft men create hard times. Hard times create strong men.
That's it. That's it. So we see what happens when you have a society full of soft ass men. Anything goes. It's just a lot of disarray and disorder. So much to the point where the animal kingdom suffers. Everything and everybody suffers when men are not strong. See? So, bro, we're living in the last hours of this weak shit, man.
Yeah.
That's why the prophet Ezra said in 2 Ezra 14, cast ye off the weak nature. Bro, we're in the times, bro, you can't have this weak nature on you, man. We're about to see a lot of gruesome shit, man.
Yeah.
That's a female. You shut the fuck up, man.
Right.
Okay? Yeah.
You had that dude, what's that dude name? Who had that, called that meeting with all those generals?
Oh, yep.
That was going in, man. This shit is just going too far. We fuck with all this weak ass shit. Basically, he's going in like, all trying to be man. Yeah.
All that.
For to be It's time to be man. You gotta have a standard. You know, it's too late for these. It's too late for Babylon, though.
Man,
You know what I'm saying? It's too late.
Gonna make everything all soft. Now you talking about, yeah, we can stop all this shit. Get ready for war. We gotta get some strong men. No, it's too late.
And they talking about shaving their beards though.
Right. Yeah. We don't want y'all beards. We want with the beards. We don't want y'all. Because they can't bring, because they don't want. That's something that you're supposed to do. You're supposed to have a beard. But they want you to shave it clean. Talking about you want a clean cut. But see, that's Esau's way. You know. I had. This is Psalm 73 in the NLT. Psalm 73 and 9. It says, "They boast against the very heavens, and their words strut throughout the earth."
God is dead. It just takes a while to hide. Okay, like how much more blatant can it be?
It says, "And so the people are dismayed and confused, drinking all their words."
Let you know that wine. Words, this nigga mindset. You know what I'm saying? It's polluted everything like the brother was into, man. You see, it's not, you know, this nigga's the problem, bro.
Right.
No matter where you go on the earth, you still gonna be under the influence of Babylon the Great, man. Babylon the Great has a say so. That's according to the scriptures. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. We're into this man blessing, so the four corners, he's in possession of the whole four corners of the earth right now. You see, all these other nations has to in some way or form. You know what I'm saying? They can't just do what they want. They gotta, you know what I'm saying, come to some terms or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Babylon has an influence, man. You see, so the whole solution for this problem is to get this nigga out of rulership, man.
Right.
He has to be taken out. And Yahweh Shemel Shah is gonna do it. You know.
I'm going real quick to back up with going into what you would. Hold on one second. What did it say, man? Say double man.
I got one too.
You want to finish this up? Wait.
Can I pull this for you real quick? Read that last part on.
Gun. So 73, it says, "And so the people are dismayed and confused, drinking in all their words."
No. Well, what's the top? It said, yeah, the words. Go ahead.
Back in Psalm 73 and 8, it says, "They boast against the very heavens, and their words strut throughout the earth."
Right.
No, that was it.
This is Ezekiel 35 and 13. It says, "Thus with your mouth have you boasted against me, and have your words against me. I have heard them." So the Lord heard everything that this nigga saying, man. Even in these secret councils that they have, the Lord is hearing everything, man.
Right.
So the Lord is getting ready to react. That's why the Lord said, "You gonna know that I am Yahweh when I judge your ass, man." You see, it's not much longer until this man is taken out of the power. See, the scriptures talk about the bounds that he cannot pass. You see, so the Lord has to allow prophecy to play out. He has to allow Revelations, 18, or the sins reached unto heaven. You see, that's that bounds that Job was talking about. Once he reached that bounds, it ain't going no further, man.
Right.
You see, so we in the times where those sins are almost to where the Lord is gonna bring that judgment, man.
No, that was it. Yeah,
Oh,
that was
good.
it. Yeah, that was it. What you read in the NLT?
Yeah, the NLT.
Okay, yeah, that was it.
It's back in Psalm 73 and verse, I'll get to the 11. It says, "They boast against the very heavens, and their words strut throughout the earth. And so the people are dismayed and confused, drinking in all their words." What does...
That's why everybody confused.
Right.
You don't know how many genders there are anymore. You know what I mean? You don't know what a woman is. You don't know what a man is.
Right.
That wasn't even a conversation when I was growing up.
No, that was just a conversation within 10 years ago.
Bro, that wasn't even a fucking conversation. It wasn't a debate in school about that. No. Bro, that shit is wild, bro.
Everybody still have two sexual organs. It ain't no extra ones.
Right.
So nothing ain't changed. It's just what their words are. You know?
That's going to show you he hates the Most High, man. This dude hates them. You know?
Oh.
Well, in Psalms 50, it said he cast the word under.
Yeah.
You know, he don't respect the word of the Lord. That's why he's outside the temple. He's the wicked, man. You know, he created that. So he can only be who he is. You know, leper can't change his spots. Ethiopian can't change his skin, and who accustomed to doing evil can't do good, man. I mean, that's Esau. He's crooked. He can't be straightened. The Lord can straighten him, but the Lord, that's not his purpose, man. His purpose is for destruction, man. Romans the 9th chapter. He's that dishonor fitted to wrath and destruction. So he's serving his purpose on the left hand as the wicked to bring the day of evil. And then the Lord is going to destroy this dude, man. So he's created to basically come down on 2/3 of Jake. That's right. You know what I'm saying? That's his purpose. To be that sword, that whooping post for Yahweh Shem Yahushua on 2/3 of the nation of Israel, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? After that, after he does that, then the Lord is going to get rid of this dude, man. And eventually, gives him to his people for a period of time, that 1,000-year period. Then you're going to obliterate and exterminate this dude, man. You're going to get rid of him forever, man. You'll never see another Edomite on the planet ever again.
Man.
I'm gonna read this verbatim. It was a little bit more. 73 and 11, it says, what does God know, they ask. Does the Most High even know what's happening?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Isaiah 20:29 and 16, I'm reading the NLT. It says, how foolish can you be? Potter, and he is certainly greater than you, the clay. Should the created thing say to the one who made it, he didn't make me? Does a Joyce ever say, the potter who made me is stupid? Soon it will be not, it says soon, and it will not be very long. Slock it down, my bad. But the verse, when you read the NLT, I'm reading KJV, it says, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as a potter's clay. For shall the work say to him that made it, he made me not? And Esau say that shit. It's a big theory. Right. He's saying the Lord that made him, was all great about the atom spark and came together and then boom, shit. And then evolution, that shit don't even make no goddamn sense. All these damn things get sick at one time. One day they all fucking die. How did it fucking evolve?
Right.
If one of them motherfuckers evolve, like how does shit even fucking work, bro?
Elder Yashawama did a video on Charleston White, going to Charleston White, talking about how he descended from Lucy. A fucking monkey.
Yeah.
You see? But that's part of what the scripture had read. How Esau, he makes these people drink in all these words, where you got niggas really thinking that they related to monkeys. But yet, when Esau called your black ass, you get offended.
Right.
But you believe it.
Right.
Fucking monkey.
What? Why are there still monkeys in this?
Right.
They got left behind.
So exactly. So what? They retarded. They couldn't go through to finish the process.
Right.
What are the ones in between?
Right.
You got ones just monkeys, then you got the people. We're the ones that halfway through there.
Right.
They ain't finished the process yet.
Right.
Come on.
It don't make sense, bro. And niggas don't think.
Yeah.
I'm like, ain't sparking. Ain't nothing sparking.
But the Big Bang Theory, they said it exploded and you had certain cells and things and it created people. Or just started creating life. Why is that not happening now?
Right.
Why you need a male and a female, a man to go ahead and procreate? Why it just ain't developing off some cells just sitting there? And next thing you know, you see a baby just sitting there.
So it began like that, and then it became this.
Yeah.
Stop, nigga.
Come on.
It's always been that.
They trying to take the Lord out of the equation.
Right.
That's
Why we don't see shit evolving now?
Why we ain't seeing that?
Why shit evolve now?
Yeah.
According to the scriptures, we're devolving. Scriptures speak about 2nd Ezra 14 and 2nd Ezra 5. It speaks about how we get weaker after every generation, gets smaller.
Yeah.
We're way smaller than what our early fathers were in the ancient world, bro.
Right. See, that's where Esau try to manipulate. You be like, well, look at all these young guys now. That's 6'7", 6'8", they 16. All this goddamn steroids that Esau is putting in this goddamn food.
And then they break down by the time they're 25.
That's what I'm talking about in basketball. They be like, well, all these guys getting injured so much. They be trying to rest and don't play. No, because they shit is brittle.
Yep.
Right.
They get dogs, anybody can't hold on to it. They just breaking their bones and shit.
Ain't no way in hell in the ancient world this many sons of God tore their ACLs.
Right.
Every nigga I know done tore his ACL, bro.
Yeah.
They bro Sean Bradley. It's crazy because that y'all mentioned that because the spirit. For some reason, I've been looking up some of these like big ass dudes, like Sean Bradley. These 7, 8, and tall ass and through. In a wheelchair, leg can't walk no more. Damn, bro. He can't walk, bitch. He through. He looking crazy as hell sitting in a wheelchair through. Bro, like this nigga, boy. But that happens. Yeah. That happens to all them tall. When they big like that, they die early. Red Giant, all these big ass dudes. That's not. Nah, bro. Yeah. The Lord winning them times right now. So all them motherfuckers is through. All them big ass niggas, they through. They gonna die early or be deformed, sitting in a wheelchair at early ages, man. Right. They're not gonna grow old, you know what I'm saying? And just have a natural life,
right?
Because us in these normal bodies, then we ain't all, we got better odds,
right? That's why they try to say Shaq is rare because they were like, he that size and he still ain't like in a wheelchair, big, he ain't get hurt quick. Yeah. When he was in the NBA, they were like, that's like a one they say in a generation, but you don't see that. That's the only person you really see that big that have moved that much. Feel good.
Right.
But like I said, that's very rare. That's for the Lord to put out for you. This is like could be the mighty man that could have ran through and did certain things. Everybody else that's that size, no, they through.
Yep.
By the time they get 50 or 60 wheelchair, they done left the earth. They you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Bro, you ask that nigga be running slow going back to his side of the court. Everybody else be already there. He be slow as fuck.
The big dude slow like that though.
Nigga said,
Yep.
that was it on that Isaiah. That was it on that Isaiah.
God. And even when you read about the sons of God in the book of Genesis, it speaks about how they lived so long, man. Like you have Methuselah, it was like what, 960 something.
Yep.
You know, and then you just see the process of time, our lifespan just shrink.
Yeah.
King David says in Psalm 90th chapter, you know, we was three score years and 10. You know, at reason, at best, man at his best state is altogether vanity.
Right.
You know, does that back up evolution? No, according to the Bible, we're doggy, man. We're getting worse.
Here in America?
Huh?
For a mental lifespan in America is like
It went down now.
62, 60.
Yeah.
That shit is ridiculous.
Man.
Bro, 62 and a half, you're not even you still wet behind your ears, man.
62 in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
That's why the scripture saying was in Isaiah that somebody who dies
A tree.
100 years old is going to be cursed.
Right.
Damn,
exactly.
Man.
Yeah.
But Jake gonna live on and through here. Just keep going. You know, that's why Esau think he's finna unalive everybody and keep just a small amount of people to basically immortal, because he's trying to, like you say, that's why he looks at Jake. What's that, Get Out? That movie really is it's like a true reality. Alright, it's really a non-fiction, because that's something he looks to do. How he's looking to become immortal, he's trying to find it through Jake.
Man,
through the Israelites.
Bro, if that nigga could, that nigga would try, because that movie, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was because, you know, Jake, man, when these elites and shit get hearts and organs, they get them from Jake. And that movie Get Out, them niggas affected a so-called procedure to where they can actually put themselves inside your fucking body. But now they got the blessing.
Right. They got the
I
blessing.
want
Damn.
like that one nigga told him, I want what's behind your eyes. I want that soul, but you know what I'm saying? Nigga, I want to be you. And that's exactly what them niggas was doing, bro.
Yep. And lock your soul up within there. You just trapped, and they got your body. Like I said, that's getting the blessing. It really is. That was a deep movie when you look at it.
Yeah.
But goddamn, but Jake don't see that. Jake just, oh, that was a good movie. What? You see the spirit? Oh man, it was a good movie. That's all they can say. They don't see the spiritual things of it. You gotta have the spiritual eye to see certain things in these movies.
The movie, I think it was what was it that it was like a series on on Netflix. It came out some years ago, going to like, you know, AI and stuff. Like, what's it you put
Black
me on
Mirror?
here.
What you talking
But
about?
yeah, Black Mirror. But it was one episode. It was when like that dog, and like that dog, like they transfer like consciousness. Did you see that episode?
No, it's,
Okay.
You talking about Selfless? I know I told y'all about that movie
That
Selfless with Ryan Reynolds. You know what I'm saying? They was able to trade, put his spirit in, you know what I'm saying, inside, put his conscience inside Ryan's Reynolds body, you know what I'm saying? But they show you in that movie, that's what they want, man. Like, man, if Esau had that power, then we through. That's why the Lord gonna stop. That's why the Lord gotta stop this nigga, man. These niggas is trying to erect that digital tower of Babel. Because when you read in Genesis, it talk about, man, now nothing is, and what did the angel say? Now nothing is held from them or something like that. Esau, how much more in these times when this nigga has the technology, this nigga can go in the brain and read brain waves and do all particular kind of. You see, the Lord gotta stop this nigga, man.
Yeah.
Cause this nigga he done, you know what I'm saying? The Lord allowed this nigga to go on. He done made that shit.
That's
you know?
the TV series Westworld. They started knowing who was real and who was you know, Westworld. They basically created his own world. You know, and they could live forever because they were constantly within these mechanical bodies. You know, so that's what Esau's trying to do. You know, you have Edomites, these elite, they want to live forever. They say, because they know their blessing is got a period of time where, like you said, his bounds cannot pass. They're trying to break that bound. They're trying to continue. Like he said, he said he's going to continue. He's going to continue forever. The Lord said, no, it's got to be a time where you got to be stopped, or it won't be no flesh left. Because this man, he would destroy his own self trying to get rid of you and live forever.
Right.
I got something. This 2 Thessalonians 2, and I'm gonna start at 9 in NLT. Says this man will come work of Satan with counterfeit power and signs and miracles.
Oh, that's artificial, right?
Right.
The counterfeit power, the artificial intelligence. Even like with the food, they say it's natural, artificial. See, that's his way of saying. He said it's natural, but it's natural. It's his new jack. It's artificial. You know, that's counterfeiting with the Lord. He's trying to do everything with the Lord. Dude, that's why was it Noah what's his name? Noah Harari. He said we don't need God anymore. We can do it now ourselves because we got basically he was saying we got artificial things that can keep our lives sustained. We don't need the Lord, the natural of life now.
Right. It says, I'm gonna read that again. 2 Thessalonians 9 in the NLT. This man will come to do the work of Satan with counterfeit power and signs and miracles.
Bro, this is the work of Satan. If you ever want to know what the spiritual demon Satan would do on earth, look no further.
Right.
He's doing it through the so-called white man. There ain't no fucking salvation for this dude, man. All you coon ass niggas screaming up and what about the white man? He's doing the work of Satan, bro.
Doing the job well.
Man.
The energia. The energy.
Yep.
That's what that word is. The workings of Satan, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The so-called claimed white man is Satan's strong arm in the earth, man. Right. He's a spawn directly from Satan, man. You know, the left hand. You know, it is what it is. Do it. You know.
That's right. Verse 10, it says, he will use every kind of evil deception to fool those on their way to destruction because they refuse to love and accept the truth that will save them.
Every kind. And he's got technology. The scriptures say, I have made you wiser than Daniel. You know, so he's gonna use deep fake, Vivo 3, Palantir,
Project Bluebeam.
Yeah, Project Bluebeam. You know, anything you can think of. So that's why, like, you know, JB listen to the videos, man. They I don't know, man. They sound like they a little too far off. But I don't know if he's all that. Bro, the Lord just said it. He's gonna use everything he can. Everything is bad, man.
Yeah, I already got you deceived. If you saying this nigga ain't gonna take it there,
yeah,
you already deceived.
Exactly.
No, this nigga's gonna go. The nigga in your spirit. This nigga going to infinity and beyond.
And what's he gonna use it for? When is Esau use anything for good?
Right. And he's gonna deceive, and he's gonna use this technology to deceive the people, man, to convince them that this is salvation. That's what we've been warning. That's what we warning you about. That's what our apostles have been warning you about. That's what our bishops and our elders have been warning you people about. That this man, this technology that this man has behind the scenes, when he brings this technology out, it's going to like salvation.
Right.
That's why the scriptures say, if possible, he would deceive the very elect. You see? But it's not possible for them to deceive the elect, man. You see, because the elect ultimately know what true salvation is, man. What salvation is, man. You see, versus this fucking great value add shirt, this goddamn signature fucking you know that signature, that Tom Thumb.
Yeah.
That fucking signature ass goddamn knockoff, man.
Yeah.
You see?
I got one. Yeah, and at the end of the day, man, bro, like the brother said, we need salvation at the end of the day, man. Cause this nigga like the con just bought out, it's gonna come with every, you know, he going in that bag, like Felix the cat, goddamn it, you know what I'm saying? That nigga going in the bag of tricks, man. You know, like real talk, you know. So yeah, man, we got to get out of here at the end of the day. So this is Matthew chapter. I'm gonna start at verse 21. Point is in 22. It says, it's Matthew 24 and 21. It says, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, never shall be, which lines up perfectly with Daniel the 12th chapter and verse 1, Jeremiah the 30th chapter and verse 7, man. You know, that time of trouble, Acts 14 and 22. You got these people out there saying, ain't no Jacob's trouble. And then these wicked, ass Christians with the tribulation like they gonna surpass this. These things are written, man.
Yeah,
right.
You're going through this, bro. You know, where there is no way around it. Acts 14, through much tribulation, shall we enter into the kingdom, bro? You're not going, in other words, you'll get there without going through that. That's basically what they're saying. Through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom of the Most High, man. You know? So these things are written, they're going to happen. Jacob's trouble is upon us as we speak, and they're going to happen, man. Verse 22, it says, and except those days be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. I think the priest of Matthew mentioned that, man. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. And we're in a time. As a matter of fact, somebody remember some just yesterday or recently, you know, And somebody was saying that, you know, how it's everything seemed like it's moving very fast. I noticed like a week, man, we going by quick as hell, bro.
Right,
It'd be from Sunday to Friday, quick as hell, bro. You know, like god damn. But I want
2025 is done. The year 2025 is
yeah,
ran through.
yeah,
It is, bro.
yeah.
It's a 10, but we only have 2 more months.
2 more months, I think. Yeah, something like that. Two months, bro. Whole year, quick. Hey, that's the Lord.
If I can point too, because it said no flesh, man. When you go into that word flesh, it means something like of natural origins, man. This nigga is changing the way he's changing everything to, like the brother said earlier, artificial, man, man-made. Now everything is the word that he's trying to create is not going to be natural, man.
Right.
The way that food is made is natural. You know what I'm saying? These processing plants, that shit is not natural, man.
Nope.
You see, lab grown GMOs. You know what I'm saying? Lab grown. That's not natural. Lab grown fruits. Literally lab grown fruits, man. This nigga is gonna do. Look it up the video, man. Lab grown fruits. When you brothers and sisters out there, man. This nigga got a goddamn petri dish with what look like boogers on that shit. And then out of them little booger things, this nigga gonna make. And you see him on that video, and they boasting like, look, yeah, we don't. We can create fruit a different way, not the traditional way. What is the traditional way? It's natural. Having a seed, put it in a plant, grow, and the plant produce fruit. Now we don't need that anymore. Now we can grow this shit in labs.
Right.
From a booger.
Yeah.
Literally, bro. That shit. And so he's trying to do the birth. He's taking away the natural way people brought into the earth, man.
Don't say that.
You see, with these artificial wombs. Now that damn woman don't got where we just take the seed, we just put it in this goddamn AI,
Right.
and then it can make the baby.
Right. But prove babies come from men.
Yes.
Right.
Women are not even necessary anymore, and Esau proving that shit right now because he's doing that very thing that the brother just said. You know, creating babies without women. They need the seed of the man, so that shows where babies come from, bro. Who they belong to.
Right.
The children belong to men. That's it, bro. You know, because you got women still fighting that battle, man. Like the babies are theirs, man.
Right.
Nah, man, the babies belong to the man. That's why the scriptures say that. Matthew 1, it's right. Abraham begat. You know, Isaac begat. It's the men are the ones is where babies are coming from, bro. Stop with the madness, man.
Right.
Men begat, women bear.
Right.
That's the difference. That's it. Men begat, and women bear, bro. That's it.
That's it.
Stop.
But they say with the Boaz, they be like had root. They're like, well, they say root. That's kind of letting you know that you don't really need Israelite women to continue
Right.
on the same Israelite
Exactly.
bloodline.
Exactly. That's what that's the point that's making. You know, and they don't even get it.
Nope.
You know, going like, dude, stop, bro. You condemn. Stop. You know. But yeah, so hey, those days are short. If I really quick, can I read this in NLT or something?
Nah, you got it, bro.
So let me read this in NLT real quick. Matthew 24 and 21 and 22 again in NLT. It says, red letters, Yahushua speaking. It says, for there will be great anguish than any time since the world began, and it will never be so great again, because, and the reason that is because the times we're coming into, we've never seen.
Right.
You know, we've seen some bad times on the earth, you know, chattel slavery, Great Depression, it's been on the earth, bro. But the time we're coming in, we've never seen. It's going to make that look like baby. We're only going to see that once, so you know how special that's going to be. The Lord is about to magnify his name, bro.
Yep.
You know, so that's going to be a very time, you know, and people are going to remember it, and they ain't going to forget that shit. And it's only done once, and it'll never happen again, because after that, the implementation of the kingdom of heaven will be established in the earth by way of our big brother Yahushua, man. You know?
That's right.
So verse 22, it says, in fact, unless that time of calamity is shortened, not a single person will survive, but it will be shortened for the sake of the Most High's chosen ones, man, the elect, man. You know, Lord willing, we can be that, bro.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we fighting and striving to be a part of. You know, the elect, those ones, man. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, bro, the time of trouble is at hand. Great judgments are at hand. And bro, you know, gird up, strap in, man. You know what I'm saying? Stay prayed up.
Right.
You know, and keep pushing, bro. You know what I'm saying? In these times, man, Satan is gonna go hard, man.
Right.
You know, to try to sift brothers and sisters, man. So y'all, hey, hold tight, man. Like the scriptures say, hold fast that which ye have, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, bro, at the end of the day, salvation is near at hand, man. That's what we're fighting for. We're fighting to hey, bro, I don't want to be destroyed, man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think none of these brothers, we ain't looking for destruction, man. You know, we looking to be saved.
Right.
You know, so we just got to keep doing the right things, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, brothers, you got it.
Yeah, man. Hey, so Lord willing, you Akim Alquath were edified with this. Till next time, we give all praises, honor, and glory to our power.
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rakakwadash.
Want to give double honor to our beloved apostle, Elder Great Millstone. Shalom.
Shalom.